Hey everybody, Michael Sweet of Striper here, and you are watching CMS TV.
It is Chris Aiken Presents. I, of course, am Chris Aiken, and today on the show, we get to dive into the legend of death metal, Mr. Jack Owen. He's got a brand new record with 6 Feet Under called Next to Die. I will argue, and I will speak to him about this directly in a second, that it is the best thing that this band has put out in 20 years. It is a fantastic record. It's a combination of everything you love about 6 Feet Under. It's got the heaviness, it's got the groove, it's got the extreme. It is a fantastic record. So let's get right into it right now. He is the guitarist. You certainly know him from 6 Feet Under. You certainly know him from every great record Cannibal Corpse ever did. He is Jack Owen. Jack, how are you, man?
Hey, good morning. How's everybody doing out there?
Dude, it can't be bad with 6 Feet Under in my inbox, man. That's for sure.
Nice.
Well, let's get into this thing, man. Like I said at the top, man, this to me is the best record under the 6 Feet Under banner since probably like Bringer of Blood, maybe. You know, maybe 13, in that era somewhere. And it is that way because I love the combination of you two, you and Chris Barnes, the way you guys work, where you incorporate the groove, but you also incorporate the extreme, which Chris had kind of gotten away from there in the later years before you joined. So let's start there, man. Talk about this record and talk about working with Chris, who kind of has a little bit of a different metal viewpoint than you do as far as creating music.
Yeah, thank you for the compliments, first off. Chris just gives me the freedom to kind of write whatever I feel and whatever I want. So I really started off with a whole album of blasting death metal.
Right.
And it turned out that half of those songs didn't really make the cut. So we ditched those, and I was like, what should we do? And Chris said, let's try to get some old groove kind of stuff going. So I just listen. I play along with the Haunted and Warpath songs when I practice.
Okay.
So I just wrote down the tempos for those songs and put it in my drum machine and just started using riffs from my archive to tempos like that, and ended up with like a whole. I actually have 10 to 12 songs like that, but we only needed 5 for the album.
Okay.
So next album might be all groove. It's hard to say.
Are you comfortable working in the groove? The groove pattern. I'll call it a pattern. I don't know what you want to call it, but you know, I mean, you're so, and again, it might just be as a fan. I know you from one very specific place of just, you know, a million miles an hour.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable as a player kind of shifting off to more of that Pantera-y sort of a thing?
Yeah, I've embraced the Alan West guitar sound, which is kind of fuzzy, and the way he wrote. And like I was saying, my rehearsal set list has some obituary songs.
Okay.
It has some old Unleashed songs. So yeah, I love like writing anything from like obituary type groove to stoner type stuff to blasting death metal. I suppose I should start to slow down a little bit because I can't play super fast anymore unless I really rehearse like every day.
Does that not cause a problem in the band 6 Feet Under to not be able to play as fast as you used to?
Yeah. Well, we play so many old classics that are slower and groovier. Sure. That's fine. But when I practice, we still do Hammer Smash Face and Stripped, Raped, and Strangled by Cannibal Corpse. So, sure. Yeah, still got to keep the speed up.
Right on, man. Well, man, let's dig into Next to Die for a minute. Obviously, you know, the song that you've shared with people is Unmistakable Smell of Death, and great tune. From what I read, this is one that came out of your riff archive. Talk a little bit about this song and how it came together.
Yeah, that is obviously from the death metal side of things. We got some blast in there. I use a program called Easy Drummer, and it kind of wrote that whole blast beat that's all broken up. It broke it up like by mistake, but I just left it in there to see what Marco would do with it.
Sure.
It's like half doubles, half blast, and then like a quarter blast. And I think the riffs were pretty simple at first because my book of riffs, it's really just patterns of notes. So if
Hmm.
I want to add any tidbits, I just kind of throw in pull offs or crunchy stuff or stops. I'm always thinking of the live situation whenever I write a song, like how would this go over live? So it's good to have breaks in there and stuff like that. So it just came together pretty quickly as far as I can recall.
Sure.
Hey, you. Why are you watching this with commercials? Go commercial free and unlock exclusive content. Become a VIP today on Locals, Substack, or Rumble Premium. Stop waiting.
When you have riffs, which I know you do, every musician that's been in it as long as you have has that phone with 10,000 riffs on it or whatever, or notebooks or whatnot. You all have them. I never understand. This is kind of a two-part question. I know I'm rambling a little bit, but with most musicians that I know, they keep every riff they ever create in case they can find a place for it. At the same time, they also grow very tired of the music that they've put out once they've put it out.
Right.
So how does an old riff stay fresh to your mind?
Exactly. Yeah, I do have a notebook. So it's
Okay.
pages and pages and sheets of riffs. And I know I've used some multiple times because if I create a riff, I put it to a drum beat. And then as it's evolved, I'm like, well, why should it stick to that one beat? If a riff is good with one beat, it's good with any beat. So I've done that. Maybe use them forwards and backwards.
Right.
And yeah, exactly. 2023 is when I started demoing songs for this. So once the album comes out, it's like, this is old. I already have most of the next album written.
Right.
And we had leftover songs. So I'm way ahead of the game. If we want to just fix the songs that got left behind, or I really only have to add like 4 or 5 songs and I'd be done.
Okay.
So yeah, stuff gets old, but classic is good too, I guess.
Sure, definitely. For you personally, Jack, for somebody that's, has such a history, it's impressive that you kind of let Ray do his thing instead of just dominating everything. Is that hard for you, or are you very comfortable enough with Ray to where he's going to add something that maybe you just don't hear when you're creating?
Oh, I have no problem letting all these guys just go nuts. So first with the drums, yeah, like I said, I create the songs in Easy Drummer, which is not just drum beats. It lets you create the whole song, like how
Okay.
it's gonna go, like ups and downs, tempos, blah blah blah. So I'm creating a beat for Marco, but I have no problem just saying, dude, do you? And I am not worried at all.
Right.
And it's the same with Jeff Huell on bass. He's a monster. He can play anything. So, and Ray, yeah, if you listen to the demos, if they come out someday, I put a lead to save the spot for Ray, and I just play like Robin Trower or try to play like Jimi Hendrix or something.
Right.
And it's not that good. So yeah, Ray does a fantastic job, way better than I could. So, and as far as everything in the demo is changed to so much better because I do vocals on my demos that I read the lyrics for.
Sure.
So maybe those will see the light of day. It's just,
Right.
just to put the lyrics in a spot for Chris. And that,
Sure.
and of course, those are go nuts and do your own thing.
Mhm. I know this is going to be an instant no, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Between the two major bands that people know you for, has there ever been a lyrical theme that you were like, too far or too stupid or too silly even. Has there ever been something like that where you heard it and you were like, yeah, I'm not feeling that,
I don't think so. Maybe like an artwork that had to grow on you, like Tomb of the Mutilated, the
Sure.
uncensored art. It was like, oh, maybe that's too much. It's not going to get in stores. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But yeah, there was that. There was entrails ripped from a version's C word, see you next Tuesday.
Right.
I was like, why do we have to be that extreme?
I guess looking back at it, though, that was what established the band. Not necessarily established it, but established it away from everything else.
Yeah.
It gave you guys your own home that people
Right.
were afraid to go into, honestly.
Yeah, I read some of the lyrics on that song specifically. I'm like, man, you could get in trouble with the law with some of that stuff. But it's become what that band was and is.
Mm-hmm. Right, certainly. Now, Jack, obviously with this record, something that jumped out at me, I don't know if I'm 100% accurate on this because I've really only gotten a chance to listen to the record for the last 2 days. So, I've only heard the whole thing through 4 or 5 times. But it's noticeable to me that there's less, if not any, of the high pitched stuff from Chris. There's none of that, that kind of thing going on. Is that a purpose move, or is that just where he kind of is right now?
That's where he's at, like Killing for Revenge. He did that, and he kind of saves it for live.
Okay.
I think it's been hard to capture that in the studio, but it comes over really good live because when he does that high scream, it's actually really loud. Yeah, but when in the studio so far, it hasn't come across that big, So yeah, we'll just leave it for the older stuff live. And he kind of asked me what kind of delivery I want on the songs before he goes to record. I'm like, do you, but you might as well go guttural and only be able to understand a few words here and there.
Right.
It's usual like a what's the word? Legible, or what can you understand? But
Sure.
What do we want to understand in the lyrics this album? I'm like,
Right.
About 40%.
Nice. Jack, do you look, and you probably don't, but I'll ask, do you look at the entire catalog and look at the records that you've done, third studio record with 6 Feet Under, and do you see the noticeable difference? Like, I see it. And I'll point to the last 2 before you, Crypt and Torment, and I thought those are very different sounding and honestly not nearly as good as the last 3 that you've been on. Like, you brought, I don't know if it's creative energy or just you being there made everybody raise their game or what, but the last 3 have been so much bigger, heavier, meaner. Do you look at that yourself and think that you have to attain a certain standard for these guys to kind of follow with?
Yeah, it feels like Crypt and Torment. Those are 2 totally different writing teams. I think Jeff Huell wrote all the music for Torment, and Crypt of the Devil, I think it was the Municipal Waste guys.
Okay.
So I guess I'm just adding a continuity to the last 3 albums. Because again, with my rehearsal acumen, I play a lot of the songs from the last 3 albums. And Nightmares of the Decomposed does hold up over time. But the main problem was what was good on Nightmares was really good, and what was bad was barely listenable. So we kind of fixed that on Killing and just blasted all the way through. And on this one, it's kind of blast it and try to get some old school in there. And I guess you could kind of tell my writing if you kind of maybe learn some songs on guitar. It's like, oh yeah, I know who wrote that.
Sure. Let me ask one last question to kind of wrap this up. It has nothing to do necessarily with 6 Feet Under, but it is just kind of an overall thing. And it's just because we're in this season of the year. Obviously, this time of year, we're always whining and complaining about the Rock Hall. And I'm in Cleveland, so of course it's bigger here. It's never going to happen, but should it happen that Cannibal Corpse especially should they get to the Hall of Fame, because you guys literally every death metal band has you to thank. That's just the way it is. And that's not even an ass kiss. That's just truth. Should Cannibal get in, and on the miracle that somehow the Rolling Stone folks that run that shithole would bring Cannibal Corpse in, would you be a participant?
Headbangers, show your allegiance to the Classic Metal Show. Score the latest killer gear and apparel. Find your next metal shirt now at https://classicmetalshow.creator-spring.com. So classicmetalshow.creator-spring.com, that dash being like a minus. Shop and support the show now.
Oh, yeah, sure. I guess you'd have to start with like Possessed and Death, and then go to Cannibal, Carcass, Obituary. It'd have to be a whole wing. I don't think we would accept a nomination before people that influenced us get in, like Morbid Angel and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I think it might be a heavy wing of like thrash and death metal, like Exodus. Is Metallica in? Probably not yet.
Oh, Metallica's definitely in. Are you kidding? They're charging $30,000 for tickets for shows. They're definitely in. They've gone to the corporate side.
All right. Then you got to go big four. Exodus.
Slayer, Anthrax.
Yeah, the big four is actually Creator, Sodom, Destruction.
The real big four, right?
Celtic Frost.
Right.
You got to build a new wing, I think. Something that's dark and dingy and let everybody in.
Sure. I just thought more Cannibal, maybe not even for the music as much as, the first true death heavy band like that to sell 1 million copies. That's a milestone. I mean, that's a milestone that's never been done even since, really. I don't believe.
That's true. They got to be at 1.5 million by now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Got to check the numbers. But yeah, and when you look at it that way, let's go. Yeah, I'll do. That's fun.
You're all for it, right?
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine the crowd's faces when we played for the induction ceremony? Would there be a mosh pit?
I could just see half the room in like suits and ties and, sophisticated folks that are there to see the Jay-Z induction or whatever. Yeah. And then another side that's all, defleshed t-shirts. And, it would be quite the dichotomy of people. That's for sure.
Yeah. Halle Berry does a stage dive or something.
Well, then maybe this would be one time that the Kardashians wearing the shirts wouldn't be bad, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, Gary Holt wearing that shirt.
There you go. Exactly. Nice. Well, dude, obviously, man, you have this great release. Next, forgot the name. Next to Die is the album. It's out April the 24th. It is fantastic. You should check it out. Make sure you go catch these guys on tour as well. But two major tours getting ready to hit. I haven't checked the dates yet, but I'm praying that the Cataclysm shows are here in Cleveland, because two bands that I love more than anything right there. So that's a great tour. You excited about hitting the road, man?
Oh yeah. We haven't been out since over a year ago.
Okay.
So yeah, always ready to go anywhere.
Right on. Definitely. Well, they will be out there. You need to catch them, and you need to buy the new Next to Die release from 6 Feet Under. It's April 24th. You can probably pre-order it everywhere now. Yeah. Buy it. Don't just stream it, because streaming is lame. Buy something, people. Where's the best place for us to send people, Jack, to buy something?
Oh, maybe the Bandcamp, and of course metalbladerecords.com. Okay. But anything but Spotify.
Yes. Exactly right.
Look at the royalty statements on Spotify. 1 million plays would probably get you about 3 cents.
Well, and the weird thing is too, and I say this to people all the time, people still think that Bandcamp is, the local band that plays the corner pub. It's not.
No.
Most of the big band, I mean, the extremely huge bands are not there, but the solid bands that fill between 1,500 and 5,000 seats are always there.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
That's where I find all the international death metal. Yeah, that's why I end up with a best of list every year.
Right. Very good. Well, everybody, one more time. It is 6 Feet Under, Next to Die. April 24th is the date. And Jack, this is fun as always, man. Thanks again for joining me on Corsica Presents.
Right on. Thank you for the support and thank you for the compliments. See you out there.
You got it.
Your daily metal fix is on Rumble. Watch the Classic Metal Show episodes free or go commercial free with a premium subscription. Find your Classic Metal Show now at rumble.com/c/CMS, rumble.com/c/CMS.